This next group gives the DC Universe a real run for its money. Please welcome our resident expert on all things comics, Joshua Yale, and the cast of The Flash. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Good morning. We've been doing this Comic-Con thing for days now, but it's just kind of just getting started for you guys, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It already feels like a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so the end of season 3 is very upsetting because Barry Allen sacrificed himself, walked into the Speed Force to save everybody, but you lost Barry. So, but Keenan, I actually wanted to ask you, in the comics, when Barry went away, Wally went from Kid Flash to Flash and took up that mantle. So, going to season 4, are you feeling any kind of pressure?
We're 6 months.
It doesn't look like he's feeling any pressure.
Yeah, there's so much pressure right now. We're 6 months in the future, so definitely at a lot of points, that's where Wally would have been taking that on. But I think at this point, he's sort of like finding his way and sort of forced to step up to the plate, right? And the whole team is, and I think he's enjoying that in a sense that he's like finding his independence in a way, but also like, yeah, there is a weight to it that he may not always express to everyone. Because he's also in a good place. It's like a tricky situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they have no choice at this point but to fight the fight.
All right. And Tom, for you, so this season, Barry asked Harry to stick around and help out now that he's leaving. So was that a relief to you, or you'd enjoy coming back to playing Harry again, or did you really want to create a new crazy version of Harrison Wells?
No, there's always room for, it's a long season, there's always room for more and varied Wellses. And I think that's what the public is looking for, and that's what I'm looking for as well. And also, for me, the starting point is always the Reverse Flash and the Reverse Flash suit. That was my starting point. And so, like, looking to that down the line at some point is something that I look forward to.
Alrighty. And Jesse, so Joe, Barry's like a son to him, and
He is a son to him.
He is a son to him. Yeah. But with Barry gone, like, how does that change Joe's relationship with Wally and Iris?
Well, I mean, obviously, I have a little bit more time to concentrate on those two kids, but
It's a good thing Barry's gone.
No, it's not a good thing Barry's gone. But I mean, everybody's suffering from the loss of Barry, particularly Iris. So she needs somebody there to, like, really, be a shoulder. Mm-hmm. And I definitely step up, and even the rest of the team, including Wally, like, step up to sort of like help Iris, who is stronger than she should be, considering that, Barry's gone.
Mm-hmm. And so also this past season, you guys had a Supergirl musical crossover.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
It's totally awesome.
That.
But I also know, Keena, you're a singer. I've heard your stuff. You're absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Why didn't you get to sing in the musical? We want it.
I don't know. His thoughts exactly.
This one can sing
big
too.
Can of worms.
Yeah.
But there's hopefully there would be more in the future, and if there is, like, we would both love to be a part of it. And,
we would. But we actually did a scene in that musical where we. Do you remember this one?
Yeah.
We actually brought out the guitar, and it was at the tail end of one of our scenes, and I don't think it ever made the.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, but we put our best efforts forward.
Yeah.
So next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you gotta. There's time in the future. Sure.
Yeah, the Flash is planning to run for like 2 decades, so
Okay.
At some point, there's gonna be a
Already been renewed.
demand for a musical. Yeah, a geriatric musical.
Yes.
It's been renewed through season 20.
Yeah, exactly right.
Tom, you did some directing last season. Is that something you plan to do more of in the future?
It's interesting. Like, both Jesse and I come from backgrounds where we kind of we've absorbed a lot over the while, and like it's just a natural.
That's a great way of saying it.
Yeah, I know that we're old. Yeah, right. We've absorbed a lot over the while, but it's like I think that for us a lot of times it's like, well, how else can we contribute? And so I think for both of us, one of the things was to, like, try and get in the chair. And this group is exceptional to work with. Essentially, I don't want to say necessarily the show directs itself, because there's lots of, like, bells and whistles, but in terms of, like, the acting and telling the story, you just kind of sit back and go, all right, go do your thing, and it's excellent.
That's also what makes you a good director, because you recognize that and you get out of the way when you need to.
Right.
And, some people don't.
That's also true. But that's for another.
Names, but some people
That's for another interview. Oh, we can tell.
Getting all that truth.
Yeah, exactly.
There's been some speculation that the Thinker will be the new villain. Can we comment on that?
I don't think we can.
No?
There's WB snipers all over the place. Yeah, but I don't think we can comment on that.
Well, it would be interesting. It would be the first villain that's not a speedster,
Right.
Which would, I would imagine, change the dynamic of.
That's been confirmed that the villain won't be a speedster. Yeah.
Okay.
You're ahead of the game.
I know I won't get in trouble for saying that.
Okay, how about this? What are you guys most excited for your characters going to season 4?
That's a great question.
Freedom, I think, for Wally is finding his own freedom. Yeah, is important to him.
You gonna throw some stuff this season?
I mean, yeah, like every year, here's one of the great things. When you have like a multiverse, like I said, you can be like, there's so many different things. There was one episode last year where we were like, we could be a cowboy. I was like, I don't know if I want to be a cowboy all year. Then there was a mime, and I was like, nobody wants that. You know what I mean? And so like, there's various options, and like we talked to the producers about like, different things as the season progresses. And I think anytime you're on a show that ostensibly the Flash is becoming this long-running show. Anytime you're on a show where you can like sort of reinvent yourself, like when when we went to the future or Earth 2 where Joe's the singer, like there opportunities present themselves to us. Suddenly it's like, oh, we're gonna get to do this. Like Barry has amnesia. You know what I mean? Keenan gets to put on the suit. I get to put on the Reverse Flash suit. It's like there's always opportunities because it's a comic book show and they're all organic and so I think as actors. We look forward to those opportunities.
Yeah, I'll second that. I mean, the idea of being able to step outside of the character that you originally were cast in and get to do something completely different is amazing. And also, I think for Joe this season, I get a love interest, so I get to play with an adult. I don't mean play.
No, we know. We understood.
But, and I'm kind of looking forward to how that is going to develop.
Sure. All right, so your Comic-Con panel is later today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will not be able to make it because I'm going to be here hosting the show, so just let me know what you're going to announce right now.
Oh, what we're announcing at the Comic-Con panel.
Yeah.
Has there been a memo sent?
I was literally like, you're asking, like, who you need to ask? Danielle Panabaker, who plays Caitlin Snow and Killer Frost. She knows everything. We're kind of like, show up at 8:15. We're like, great.
Okay.
We'll be there. We'll be there at 8:15, and then the rest will take care of itself. We're not the announcing. Although there's going to be a Game of Thrones Flash crossover.
Oh,
what? Oh, I just said. Oh, I'm so sorry. You heard it first.
That's a pretty
awesome.
big.
Great.
Thanks so much, guys. The Flash is back October 10th. Have a great panel later on today.
Thank you so much, guys.
Stay tuned. Much more to come on IGN Live at Comic-Con. Coming up next.